Welcome. Alright, today we're going to do a small little tutorial on some things for Python. So the first things I'm going to show is what editor I use to code in and downloading Python and the way you should do that to make sure things work fairly well for you. A couple other things. I'm not going to be going through a lot of the real basic stuff for Python. There are a lot of tutorials out there, and I'm sure they'll cover stuff better than I will. I've only been dealing with Python for about a month now, so I'm probably not the best person to do a tutorial because there's probably a lot of stuff that I just don't know. So, first things first, I use Visual Studio. So we're just going to go ahead and Google Visual Studio Code. We'll go here and we'll download this for Windows. Save file. And then we're going to type in Python. We'll go to Python 1231 for Windows. Wait for these to download real quick, and then we're going to run you through. We want to run through Python first. Python takes longer to run. So first things first, we're going to add it to path, and in all honesty, you could probably just install now. Customizing is not going to be that big because everything here is already checked. And the only thing that I would add, at least for me, is debugging, binaries, and the standard library. And you know what? We're just going to install for all users. We'll make this easier to get to. Alright. Yes, install. Minimize that. Now let's go ahead and install Visual Studio. Run as admin. Yes, all users. We'll take a start menu. Alright, and we'll just not launch. We'll wait for this. Okay, and right here, it'll say start with the online tutorial and documentation. So two very nice things that you can have to start with, as long as they load. They're taking forever. Alright, well, we can close that. So here you go. Here is a lot of documentation and tutorials. That just didn't open, whatever. So you can literally just go through here and read it. And just next topic and read through everything. So if you wanted to, there is plenty of all the stuff here for you. And there's also a few different versions. I've been on 3.8 and 3.9, but I am moving up to 3.101. But let's go ahead and clear up our install files that we don't need. So let's go ahead and open up Studio now. And the first things first, before we get going into writing some code, I'm going to go over here to this. This is extensions, or you can... I'm trying to remember where you find your extensions up here. Go extensions, terminal. Oh, I don't remember exactly where they put them. Right there, extensions. So you can view your extensions, which is just right here on the side. So first thing we need is, we are going to need Intellisense. This really helps deal with Python. It also does some stuff with Jupyter, but we're not going to get into Jupyter. I'm just going to go ahead and install this. It makes coding in Python a little bit easier, and it also helps run stuff and give you a lot of errors so that you can easily find them and fix them. So now, get rid of that. So now what I would do here is, so we're going to start our first project. We're going to open. We need a new folder here. So we'll just call these, Python projects. Jeez. Python projects. And we'll just call this config tutorial. Alright, select folder. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to make our first couple files. So first things first, we're just going to click the little file with a plus sign, not the folder. And we're going to make, lowercase, main.py. Oh, there's a new file. We're going to make another one. This one we're just going to call config.ini. So you've potentially seen config.ini files before. They're very popular on Windows for like games and stuff, as well as emulators. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make this config file, and we're going to specify some stuff. So let's say we were wanting to keep a running track of different accounts we were using. So accounts. Now we're going to put an account name. We're going to call this account Doom, and this account will have a username, and we're going to equal it to Doom Shadow. It's going to have a password. Doom Shadow, we're going to just say they have it all lowercase, and then their password, we're going to go ahead and generate random string here. Doesn't matter. Boom. There's an account made. Now we want another account. So let's make another account. What one do we want to make? Well, let's say this account was called Glee. Then username, how do we not capitalize that? Username equals Glee. No, thank you. And no, I do not want it capitalized. Thank you very much. Password, we're going to set that equal to, we're going to say they're one that they think they are cute with their passwords. So now make sure you go ahead and save the file. If you're modifying one of these files, it needs to be saved before you can access it in here. Alright, so now we want that information, because we don't want that information in our main function here. And let's say our main function ends up calling a bunch of other functions that we decide to put into other documents. Well, what if those other documents might need some information that we wanted to fill out in here? Well, we need to get access to that. So what we need to do is something called config parser. Well, whenever we're using non-standard modules, we got to import them. So import config parser. Now, we're just going to do config equals config parser dot config parser. Now we want to config dot read, and we want to read the config ini that is stored within this folder. Now we want to set key equal to config and account. I don't remember, is it account or accounts? Accounts. So now that we have that, now we want to just go ahead and we want to print key to see exactly where we are. Okay, so we can see accounts. And we can see accounts is empty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to change this to Doom. Now, we can see section doom. But we want these usernames, so how do we set those? Well, here's how we set these. So let's say user equals key, and we're going to put username, and then password equals key password. So now if we wanted to print the user, and then we wanted to print the password, we would get the username and password. Now, if we wanted Glee, we would get those just by changing that. Now there are some loops and stuff that you could use to do like for each of them and then set them and add them. I'm not going to get into those right now, but currently that is what you need to do to set information in here and do that. So what we want to do is we're going to save these, and then we're going to go ahead and we want to open a new folder, go back to our documents. So there's a config tutorial. So let's go ahead and make a new folder, and we're going to call this one Discord bot. Because let's say we're going to now try to make our Discord bot. So we're just going to close these all out. Would like to close this one. Okay, so what we want now is file, open folder, Discord bot. Alright, so now that we have Discord bot open, here we're going to go ahead and make our config ini, and here we're going to put in Discord. Now, a few things for Discord bot, because we're going to work on this the next time that we hop on. And you'll have to give me a minute because I don't remember my password exactly for Discord. So you want to go to Discord developer portal. You'll hop in here. So like I said, now that you're logged in, you will go to applications, and let's go ahead. We're going to make a new application, and we are going to call this Discord tutorial. We're going to create it. We can make a description. I'm not going to worry about that. Not really going to worry about that. Here's the bot. So what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and add a bot. Yes. Alright, now we have our bot. Now we need our token. So we're just going to copy that token. And we're going to do token bot. No, we're going to do bot underscore token equals what it gave me. So that's the first thing that your bot is going to need to work. So then, now we're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to make a quick file here. And it is going to have, let's see, why did it not, thank you. We're going to call this main.py. And we're going to go ahead and import config parser. Excuse me. So again, same thing as before. Config equals config parser dot config parser. config.read config.ini key equals config, and what do we call that? Discord, and then token equals key bot token. Oopsies, extra T. So then, if we just do a real quick print token, bing, right there we have our token. So, this is the first step of building your Discord bot. Now you'll have to invite it to a server, which I'll get a test server set up and ready to go. We'll add it to a server, and we'll add some commands for next week's video. So, if you guys want to stick around for some more tutorials, one video a week, going to be going up every Friday. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what all you'd like to see. What features would you like to see this bot have? Because this is just going to be a bot for fun, and we're going to add some features to it.